Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and in this YouTube channel, voice is gone. But yeah, I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. And in today's video, you can clearly tell that I'm sick. Yeah, just not having the best time. It's about to be 3 a.m. and basically I just had my dinner slash iftar because it's Ramadan. I mean, not now, but I don't know, 6 hours ago. I had that, and then I watched part of a French movie that I was watching, and then I took a nap in the living room, and I woke up. Sorry. And I woke up about like an hour ago to do my evening routine. Just doing that right now. But yeah, there are a few topics that I want to talk about for today. I think two in total, or three. So the first one is that I'm sick. So I've been feeling like some fever a bit earlier, but basically the fact, like, that's why I'm in a t-shirt, because I'm like, earlier I was wearing my sweatshirt on top of this t-shirt and I was sweating profusely. I was like, it was so hot. And the fact that I'm on the second part of my my cycle, and that I'm about to get my period in the next 10 days, or maybe a bit more. Basically, that first thing elevates my temperature, and then the second thing is that I'm sick. I'm getting sick, and I think I was not expecting that, but I'm quite sick, to be honest. I have barely any time to do anything, but yeah, just surviving this period in my life where I'm very busy, and it's Ramadan, and I'm fasting, and I'm changing teams, and I'm working on, like, I have 3 work streams that I'm dedicating my mental energy to, and it's very exhausting, to be honest, but it's okay. I think I'm handling it quite well. I'm surviving, and I'm quite proud of how far, like how much I'm able to handle so far, which is a good thing, because I was not expecting that, given Ramadan is very hard, especially towards the last leg. It gets quite tiring. Just trying to survive one thing at a time. And basically, like, my biggest frustration right now is that I have way too many meetings. Like, yesterday, I think I had 6 hours of meetings. Today, I had at least 4. Um, I'm barely able to get anything done. And I just need some focus time. So yeah, that's my biggest frustration right now. And also, I haven't been sleeping that much, which kind of affects my mood throughout the day, I think, because the past few days I've not been sleeping that much. Ramadan hits me especially hard, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to catch up on the sleep this weekend. But yeah, just gotta do what you gotta do. And basically, the reason that I somehow need to attend all of these meetings is that, because I'm in the middle of changing teams, like, I'm in between 3 teams basically. One was my previous team with the project that I need to deliver. The second one is the new team that was formed specifically for this big project that the whole org got reorganized for. And the third one is my new team. And basically, it's really important that I attend the meetings with the new team, even if there are way too many meetings with the new team, because basically it's like almost 3 sub-teams, but I attend every one of them that I'm invited to, just to say that, okay, like basically I'm curious about this team and I'm committed to getting to know all of you and all of that stuff, which yeah, is not the most productive thing, but I think it's the right thing for me to do to integrate well in this new team. And then the meetings with my previous team, which, to be honest, are a bit less than they used to be because we cancelled. Most of them is just that we have now 2 meetings per week for that. But I still need to get my work done for that project, which is the most important thing that I need to do. That's on my plate right now. And then the last one is the team that was newly formed that I'm not a part of, but basically for which I handed off like a crucial part of that project to a new team member that was assigned to it. And basically I'm still, in the calls and trying to help in the best way that I can because it's a very important company goal. And so basically it's so important that our whole org got reorganized specifically for this org, which like is a pretty big deal. But yeah, just trying to help the best that I can there, because this project has very, very tight deadlines, and basically like the project, at least from like this specific part, is super important because it's the financial part. It's how the company makes money. Will be able to make money on this project. And so if this does not launch, the project does not launch, and the project needs to launch because it's a goal that comes directly from our CEO and his leadership team. So yeah, it's a pretty big goal and it has very, very tight deadlines. So it needs to be launched by like we need to be done with like we the previous team's changes need to be done by I think October, and we are in April, and this project should have started, like we should have started work on this probably in December, but it only got started last month, basically. So yeah, now they're throwing a ton of resources at the project, but resources does not mean that you're like, just because you throw more resources out at this project does not mean that it will help bring down the timeline, because it takes a bit to onboard to the system. It usually takes 6 months actually to onboard to the system, which they don't have right now. So yeah, it's a story for another day, but that's a very important project that I'm trying to help with, in basically just giving guidance, because I've launched the same project for basically a similar project but for another location. So I have pretty good experience with getting that to prod, and it's actually one of the biggest, like the part that I was working on is generally the biggest blocker, because it's literally the accounting part, which is a critical path for this project, given that this is a financial project, and how like part of how the company makes money for this will be able to make money from this project. So yeah, lots going on, and I'm in a lot of meetings, but I'm not able to get as much focus time as I want. So probably for the remainder of the week and next week, I will be quite 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 serious about trying to get my focus time and avoid meetings, but I can see on my calendar that there are still a lot of meetings that I need to go through. So yeah, just gonna try and survive through the week. And the fact that tomorrow I'm gonna have like some electricians come to my house, or today already, basically in 6 hours. They're gonna come to my house and they're gonna have my apartment. I don't live in a house. They're gonna come to my apartment and change the whole electrical system. So I have to be here and I have to wake up early, which is not very good news for my sleep, because they will be here at between 8:30 and 9:30, which is early given that it's 3 a.m. at the time that I'm filming this. So yeah, wish me luck. So that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is basically today. Imagine Dragons released their latest song, Eyes Closed, and so today, basically on April April 3rd, 2024. And it's a very cool song. And actually, the reason I'm bringing this up is that Imagine Dragons is, if not but one of my favorite bands of all time. I think I had a streak of like 3 or 4 years of just having them as my number one most listened to artist on Spotify. But not only that, but like 3 or 4 years of having like of being in the top 0.05% of listeners of this band. So I'm a big fan of their work, and actually the reason I'm bringing this up is that basically with the launch of this they sent this beautiful little letter about why this song is so meaningful for, I guess, Dan Reynolds, because I think he's the writer of these songs. And basically he was just talking about the fact that this song is about not giving up when you're dealing with your demons and stuff like this. And actually what struck me the most about this is basically he has been making music and writing songs since he's been 12 years old, basically to deal with his depression. And basically, for a really long period of time, he wrote. I mean, I think he's still doing it to this day. He wrote basically one song a day for decades, basically, which is so crazy. I was not aware of that, and which kind of explains just the sheer number of albums that they have made and the quality of the songs in those albums. And it keeps explaining how they keep on hitting the spot every time. And basically, like, I'm trying to see like what's the total number of released songs that they have. I'm not able to find it, but way more than like, I don't know how much, but it's 12 hours of music. And I'm looking at their Imagine Dragons discography on Spotify. But basically, just to tell you how much I have already liked, like out of the songs that they have released so far, I've liked 181 of these songs, and they have way more than just those 181 songs that I liked, which is insane. Like, just look at their discography; it's absolutely crazy. And basically, he was just talking about like the fact that he wrote one song a day for decades, which adds up to thousands and thousands of songs. And out of those thousands and thousands of songs, we only get to see, I don't know, let's say 200 songs or 300 songs at the most, which are like the ones that are currently released. And that just goes to demonstrate how much volume is actually needed to get to that level of quality so consistently for so many songs. So to be able to release these 200 to 300 songs, which is a rough estimate. I have no idea what's the exact number. I'm just taking how many songs I liked and adding, I don't know, some margin of error on top of those. And it's just so inspiring, and I was not aware at all of this. And now, like, I was one of their biggest fans. Like, I am one of their biggest fans without even being aware of this. And now that I know about this, I'm even more in awe and even, I don't know, more admiring of their work. I find it very, very inspiring. And it's a great reminder of this mindset that basically I've been talking about a lot recently, because I've been paying attention a lot to this kind of stuff, like the Seth Godin thing that he wrote 8,500 daily blog posts. So he's been writing daily blog posts for the past 4 years, every single day, which is crazy. And now I learned that actually Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons did the same thing. I don't know the exact number, but at least 1 or 2 decades, which, I mean, even 1 decade is absolutely mind-boggling. Even more so 2 decades, even more so, let's say, 3 decades. And it's like just absolutely mind-boggling and extremely, extremely inspiring. And it's so reassuring, and it's so comforting to not find this out about them right now, because just something about this message directly spoke to me. And yeah, just a huge, huge thank you to Imagine Dragons and Dan Reynolds for making the amazing music that they make. Every song always resonates with me. I play them on repeat when I want to focus. Like, all of my current achievements, which is not much if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, but all of my current achievements are thanks to their music, because it's the music that I've listened to in all of my hardest times, and that has kept me going in those hardest times, to surpass myself and to push myself to grow. And it's what allowed me to embrace whatever pain and discomfort that I felt in those hardest times. And I think their music will keep on accompanying me even in the future, in future harder times that are inevitable. So yeah, I'm in absolute awe of this band, and just wanted to share some appreciation and some this pure feeling of amazement from finding this out about them, and then realizing, okay, now it makes sense, and basically being willing to put in the same kind of volume that they did, that Dan Reynolds did, to hone his writing, which actually basically, like, that's actually the most important thing, is that he talks about his writing as a way to get to help him. It's like how we say in French, it's an exutoire, and it's just so amazing. Like, I'm just incredibly humbled by their work and incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to have this kind of music in my life. It's generally the playlist behind anything that I've accomplished in my life so far. So yeah, just like, Imagine Dragons has always been the like my go-to in tough times, and I'm super grateful for the work that they're doing, and I'm super grateful that Dan Reynolds kept going and fought his depression and did the work and found a way to, you know, overcome this depression. And that's like that impact, like, is an exponential impact. It has impacted me, even though I've never met. I mean, I have met them because I went to their concert in Luxembourg, but yeah, they don't know who I am, and that's completely okay. But I don't care about them knowing who I am. I'm just extremely grateful for them, and that's it. So yeah, that was the second thing that I wanted to talk about for today. There was a third thing, but I think I'll just leave it for tomorrow, and maybe I can give a sneak peek into what that is. It's basically this podcast episode that I've been listening to on the Diary of a CEO podcast uh, with this ex-CIA spy. And I just thought it was very, very interesting, and maybe I can talk a bit more about it tomorrow because I'm not like I think halfway through it or something. So yeah, tomorrow I think I'll probably finish it, or whenever I finish it, I'll talk about it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm just gonna go grab some, get some much needed sleep and rest. So yeah, wish me luck for this remaining part of the week. I need it. I need some energy. I think tomorrow I'll just send a message to the team to tell them that I'm a bit sick, so just to give me some take off some of the pressure because I am actually quite sick and I have fever. So yeah, just give myself some rest, give my body some rest, and be ready to take on what's next. Anyways, thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, or you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the night, whichever time of day it is, where you are right now. Bye for now, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.